Hello. Today we're going to be doing lesson 145, pages 289 and 290. Starting off today, we're going to be looking for the perimeter of the front of the tent. I hope that you all remember how to find the perimeter and what the perimeter is. The perimeter is the distance around the outside of an object. So for this tent, we have the sides, each side individually measured. And to find the perimeter, we need to do what? We need to add all three sides together to find the total distance around the outside edge of the tent. So we have two sides that are equal. Those are each 10 feet long, and the third side is 8 feet long. So to find the perimeter, we add them together. 10 plus 10 equals what? 20. And 20 plus 8 equals 28. So the perimeter of the tent is 28 feet. For number 2, this is a review section. We have to constantly be reviewing these measurements and the months of the year and such, because these are just things that we need to keep memorized. So reviewing them often is a really good idea. How many months are in 1 year? 12 months. There are 12 months in a year. How many quarts are in a gallon? 1 gallon equals how many quarts? 4. There are 4 quarts in a gallon. How many inches are in a yard? These are all on the test. Yeah, 36. 36 inches in a yard. And 1 meter equals how many centimeters? Remember, centi means 100. So there are 100 centimeters that make up 1 meter. Okay, number 3, we have the multiplication facts, some from all of the different ones that we've memorized so far. I hope that you are practicing these each day, because again, these just have to come naturally. They have to be able to be right on the tip of your brain so they can come out as soon as you need them. So what is 1 times 5? Well, one group of 5 things equals 5. What is 2 times 2? 2 groups of 2. 4. 3 times 10? 10, 20, 30. 3 groups of 10. 4 times 0? Well, any number times 0 is always 0. 5 times 5. For our multiplication by 5s, we have to just remember to count by 5s. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 2, or 6 groups of 2. 12. How about 7 times 10? Good job, 70. 8 times 0? 0. How about 9 times 5? It's the same thing as saying 9 groups of 5. And the answer is 45. 10 times 2? 20. 11 times 10? I'll give you a minute for this one. 110. And 12 times 0 is 0. All right, telling time. Number 4 says, write the time, mark the circle to show AM or PM. All right, well, it looks like the hour hand, which is the short hand, is pointing at the 4, but it's actually not quite to the 4 yet, because the minute hand is on the 11, which means there's 5 minutes until 4 o'clock. So it's actually still in the 3 o'clock hour, and it's the minutes past 3 are, let's count, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. When the big hand is on the 11, it is 55 minutes past the hour. Well, if it's 3:55 in the afternoon, is that 3:55 a.m. or p.m.? It's p.m. 3:55 a.m. would be dark outside. That's in the middle of the night. Okay, number 5, we have to write the sum. So go ahead and pause the video and take some time to figure out the answer to this one. And when you're ready, push play and you can watch me work it out and see if you got it correct. Okay, 3 plus 5 equals 8, and 8 plus 4 equals 12. So I'm going to write my 2 down below, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 equals 8, and 8 plus 6 equals 14. So I'll write my 4 down below and carry my 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7, and 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. And then we have 2 plus 5 is 7, and 7 plus 1 is 8. The answer is 89,242. Number 6, the temperature at the bottom of the mountain is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature at the top is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. How many degrees colder is it at the top than at the bottom? How many degrees colder than? Okay, so these words, when you hear like colder than, think subtraction, because we're comparing two things and we're trying to find the difference between the two. Well, we have 70 degrees Fahrenheit and 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Which number should I write down first if I'm going to subtract? You have to write down the 70, because you can't take 70 from 28. You have to start with the bigger number when you're subtracting. So we have 70 minus 28. Go ahead and figure that out. Well, we can't take 8 from 0, so we're going to borrow one of these 10s over here. We're going to take one from the 7, make it a 6, and then we're going to move that 10 right over here to the 1's place. 10 minus 8 is 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. So the difference in temperature between the top and the bottom is 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, let's see what we have on the back. Grandma and Grandpa drove the children up Trail Ridge Road, where there is a snack and gift shop near the top of the mountain. That would be fun. I hope you guys get to do fun things like that with your relatives. Number 1, how much change did each person receive? Okay, so the first person had $5 and spent $3. How much money did they have left? What would the change be that they get back if they were buying a souvenir for $3 and they handed the cashier a $5 bill? How much would they get back? Well, let's do the subtraction. I always like to bring my decimal point down so I don't forget to do that. And you can also bring down your dollar sign at the beginning if you like. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. And 5 minus 3 is 2. Now maybe you were able to figure that out in your head, and that is great if you are, but it's always good to show your work. So make sure you're always showing your work. So that way, if you make a mistake, we'll know how you made your mistake or where you went wrong, and it's easier to fix. All right. The second person had $15 and spent 11 of their dollars. How much money will they get back in change? Well, again, And I wanted to remind you, when you're writing down problems like this, again, I always tell you this, but you have to make sure that you keep everything in line. Keep your decimal place in line, keep your ones over your ones, your tens over your tens, and so on. So 0 minus 0 is 0, okay? Then we have 5 minus 1 is 4, and 1 minus 1 is nothing. So if you spent if you had $15 and spent 11, you would receive $4 back in change. All right, the last person had $20 and spent 17. I wonder what they bought. Well, if you have $17 that you spent and you gave the cashier 20, how much change would you get back? You can probably figure that out in your head, 20 minus 17, but let's follow the steps. Can't take 7 away from 0, so we're going to borrow from the 2 here in the tens place and make this the 10, bring the 10 over. 10 minus 7 is 3, and 1 minus 1 is nothing, so you can just leave that blank, or if you would like to put a 0, that's good too. So that person had $3 in change. All right, number 2. Mark the circle under the correct amount of change each person received. Jenny paid $10 for a book that cost $6. Okay, so she took her book up to the cashier. The book cost $6, but she has a $10 bill in her pocket. She gives the cashier the $10 bill. How many dollars should she get back in change? Well, the way to figure this out is to take $10 and subtract $6. The book was $6. Let me erase that. And what's the difference? Well, 10 minus 6 is 4. So she should get $4 back in change. Now, Grandpa paid $20 for a hat that cost $15. So he took his $20 bill, gave it to the cashier. The cashier rang up the hat. The hat was $15. How much money should Grandpa get back? What's 20 minus 15? Yep, it's $5. So he would get $5 back. All right, now we're going to write some numbers. The gift shop and visitor center is 10,000 plus 1,000 plus 700 plus 90 plus 8 feet above sea level. Okay, this is called when these numbers are expanded. So we're just going to put them all together now. So we have 10,000 plus 1,000. That will give you 11,000. 11,000 plus 700 will give you 11,700. 11,700 plus 90 will give you 11,790. And then if we add the 8, whoops, I don't know if I can get that close. It will be 11,798. Okay, so when you put that number all together, it's 11,798 feet above sea level. And now we have to write down the number from the star chart. Blank feet above sea level is the highest point on Trail Ridge Road. So how many 10,000s are there? Well, there's one star in the 10,000s place. How many 1,000s are there? 2. 2 stars right here. So there's 12,000. How many hundreds? 100. And then we have 3, 6, 7, 8 10s and 3 1s. So So it's 12,183 feet above sea level is the highest point on Trail Ridge Road. All right, you guys, that's the end of lesson 145. If you have any questions, please give me a call. Have a great day.